This video, I have a 2009 Nissan Altima. It has an electric seat. Everything's electric. This will work on most electric motor cars. So what actually goes bad is, see this seat. This is what you need to look for. The seat, everything else has functionality except for the back and forth. As you can see, when you press it forward, it does nothing, but it'll go back. So I ended up getting the seat all the way back. Everywhere online told me that there's a recliner motor that sits at the pivot point of the seat, and you should just bang on it, and it'll come out. So you just gotta bang on it and it'll move. But that's only if the motor's bad. I didn't think the motor was bad because literally I see it working in the one direction. So I was thinking maybe like a contact is fucked up, and I actually found something interesting. It's actually just the buttons don't match up on the switch. I had already taken the switch apart and seen what was going on, but I wanted to make this video because I saw no help online. So basically, when you come here, you'll have buttons on the seat that hold the switch that control your seat. So you just want to stick a flathead back there. Each car is different. Most cars you just have to pop them off like this. Do a quick YouTube search for your car if you're trying this method. So once you do that, you could just pull back this panel. It's held in by usually like a clip and another clip. If the clip gets stuck on the seat side, you just got to take it out the seat side and then put it back on the plastic side for when you reassemble everything. But after you get the buttons off, you're gonna come across these teeth that hold the switch in place still. All you gotta do is really just take a flathead, pry each one of them up until all of them are out. And this is very hard to do with one hand, but trust me, it is a lot easier when you have two hands. So this is basically the whole switch motor. So you're gonna wanna unplug it, and you're gonna want to take this apart and remember which one was bad. So this is the button for the recliner. So when you get to this point, you're gonna have to look. Some motors are gonna be held together with screws. This is where you're gonna need to use a little mechanic know-how. But as you can see, that this bottom piece of plastic separates and it's just held in with the teeth, almost the same style of teeth that's on here. So with that being said, you're gonna want to stick a flathead in this little gap right here. Flathead, pick, anything of the sort. I'm gonna try to do it. It's very hard to do. So you're basically, you just stick the flathead in there, twist it a little bit. It'll eventually pry off. So after it came off, I had inspected it, and this one right here, it was like this. This one right here is the seat motor for the switch going back and forth. What actually happens is there's contacts in there that aren't making contact, and if you could see, the button only allows for this much forward and backward movement. So what I did was I plugged the motor back in with the contacts not being off. That's the wrong one that I'm using. So this is the one actually for the recliner. And as you can see, I could bring it forward without the panel on, because you can bring it that extra tad little bit that it needs to go to reach the contacts. In this video, I'm gonna take this apart some more, just for educational purposes, so you could actually see what's going on. So this is the bad one. What I noticed was, look at that piece of plastic that's broken. But basically that piece of plastic is just held on with two tabs, but since it's broken, it should come off relatively easy, like it just did. Now you got this. I also noticed that this one tab was broken. That could probably be why it's broken. Most likely that's exactly why it's broken, that the tabs aren't holding it in the exact position that it needs to be held. But after you get the second piece off, you could see in there, you could see that the power switch I'm pretty sure this is the power wire, because look, it runs to each and every switch going along the board. So that's why if this one is working and this one's working and this one's working, but then one isn't working, they all share the same power on this car at least, and on most cars they're on the same circuit board. And this piece is usually like 150. I'm actually selling the car, so I don't want to fix it. But what actually happens is there's little two tabs that stick down, and basically when you push the seat forward, you pull this contact in or you push this contact in, either or, and it moves the seat. Be careful, because I just sparked some shit and you can definitely blow a fuse if you're not careful. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys in depth of actually what's going on. So most of the time what ends up happening is just these switches become too far out, too far in, something's going on and it's not working. On this car, I've seen so many posts about how oh, my driver's seat went all the way back and I can't get it to go forward, it's not working anymore, blah blah blah, this, that, the third. It's probably just because these switches have a plastic bracket that doesn't allow it to really move as much if these switches become out of spec. So the proper way to fix this would be to go and buy that piece new, the driver's seat control panel, or whatever the fuck it's called. But being that I'm selling the car, I'm gonna just let them know that it doesn't work. I'm gonna put the seat in a nice comfortable position and take it from there. But I just wanted to show you guys.